Hi, my name is Grace Speroni, and welcome to Conversations with the ERC5. Today, I am delighted to have with us Ana Parrelli from LUSO Federal Credit Union with branches in Ludlow and Wilbraham. Ana, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
I am so excited to have you here with us today. Because before we just went on air, we discovered that many years ago, I worked my summer after my senior year at LUSO Federal Credit Union. It was my summer job. So we all seem to, in Ludlow, have gotten ourselves started with LUSO at one point or another.
At some point, it's like a rite of passage.
Yes.
Somebody has to work at LUSO at
there
some
you
point.
Go.
Or at least a family
like
member.
Yes. It's wonderful. So can you share with us or share with our audience a little bit about LUSO Federal Credit Union? When I went on your site, I had to write it down. I loved it. I'm like, oh my gosh, they are member-owned, nonprofit financial institution. Like, tell our audience and me, I'd like to know more about that. And how does that differ from a bank?
So it's a great question. So credit unions are very similar to banks in the products and services that we offer. So we offer the same thing. So deposit accounts, lending, we offer everything that the banks do,
yes.
But we are owned by our members. So we answer to our members, not shareholders. And we focus on personalized service. We focus on giving back to the community, and all of our decisions are made locally and always have our members in mind, not shareholders, because our members replace the shareholders. So, we put our profits, and I use that term loosely, but we put that back into giving back to our members in the community in the form of oftentimes lower rates, lower fees. And again, we're not here to make money. We are here to serve the community.
I love that. I love it. Thank you for explaining that to us. I appreciate that. So now, what I love about LUSO Federal Credit Union and what you just said is that community involvement piece. And you certainly are involved in the community in so many ways. And I love all of it, from junior achievement to the banking for school-age children, the event that you did in Wilbraham and Ludlow at the end of the school year. That was so much fun. My grandkids loved it.
My kids loved it too.
and now you have those the free libraries. So which one shall we talk about first?
What's
your
about all of them.
favorite?
So I love them all. So I love our in-school banking program. I absolutely love it. I feel that we do our kids a disservice. They don't teach financial responsibility. They don't teach, basic finances in school anymore. And it's such an incredible skill that people need to have. So the fact that we are educating kids at a very early age, so we start in preschool. We do in-school banking at all of the Ludlow schools, and we do also Green Meadows in Hamden. And we also do St. John the Baptist School in Ludlow. So it's pretty simple. The kids come in every week. They open accounts. They come in every week and they make deposits. And we give them a little gift every time they come, and they get a free book for every 6 deposits. The older kids get a gift card because they're less into the books. But again, it's just a way to get them thinking about banking in a fun way. It's hard to make banking exciting sometimes. So again, the kids love it, and we feel that it's so important, and it's fun as they watch it grow. And the little kids are adorable because they ask, how much does this cost? So it's explaining to them the concept. So you're not paying for anything. You're not paying for this little prize that we're giving you, which is typically a small token. We're keeping it safe for you, and you're going to watch it grow. And then when you're 16, you can buy a car. So a lot of times, their faces light up with that. But it's great. It's a great education for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great idea. I'm dating myself, but when I was in elementary school, we did do that. We had school banking, and I thought that was great. And I noticed, when my kids went through the school system, I don't think that was there anymore. So kudos to you for bringing that back, because I think that's fantastic. And you're right, we need to teach them being more responsible.
Right. Financial literacy.
Yes. Thank you. That's the word.
That's the word I couldn't think of earlier either. But it's incredibly important. And it's it's rewarding. So my background, I've always worked in nonprofits, and I worked for a national organization, and I was a little bit nervous coming into banking because I thought that I was going to miss that connection with the community, and I almost feel it more now, not just in the community events that we do, but even in the banking itself, because we're helping people get their finances in order. We're helping them buy their first home. We're helping them buy their first car. We're teaching people how to rebuild their credit. So that's been incredibly rewarding for me, and it just carries over into all of the community stuff that we do, the school banking. Junior achievement is incredibly important. So
you're very active in that.
Very, very. It's a huge commitment. It is, but again, it's so important. And for those people who don't know what Junior Achievement is, it is an organization. They promote financial literacy and helping students be prepared for the global economy. So it starts with just knowing what a community is at the younger grades, to, as they get older, preparing them for job interviews and budgeting. And okay, so this is your job and you want to buy a car. How much do you think you're going to need to save to do that? And it's eye-opening for them. Yeah. And it's eye-opening for me as a volunteer instructor. The first few times I did it, I was almost shocked at how much kids didn't know. So again, that's why we're even more passionate about it.
Right. I think we need to get back to that.
We do.
Like just giving our kids a little bit more knowledge of how the whole world connects and why it's important, because without community, there's so many things that we don't have. And how do you become part of a community and become more knowledgeable and involved about every aspect of that?
Absolutely. And Junior Achievement really fosters that. And they take the opportunity. The programs are great because they really are. Every grade focuses on something. They're learning so much about supply chain, which has really, they could all relate this year when we taught it. We had real life examples, about the microchips. You know how your parents couldn't buy cars? That had everything to do with the supply chain. So it's great to watch them kind of connect the dots.
Yeah. Isn't that wonderful. Great when you can relate something? It's like, aha, we did experience that. So this is what was happening. And then you spark an interest, right?
Exactly.
And they want to know more. And that's what we're there for.
Exactly. So I love everything that we do with our students. And our theme this year for our in-school banking program is save, spend, and share. So we're focusing on those three concepts. So save obviously being, saving in the bank account for something that you want to buy later on. Spending is when you have that money, being mindful of how you spend it, because when it's gone, it's gone. And then the share is the giving back to the community. And again, trying to instill that in kids at a very early age. And it's fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
That is so good. Well, kudos to you guys. I've got to applaud that. LUSO, and wait, before I move on, I forgot about the libraries. Could you do the libraries now, the free libraries?
So our little free libraries.
There you go.
So we have a bunch of readers at LUSO. So a lot of our staff, we had our own little free library in our break room downstairs where people would bring in books and you could go downstairs and kind of swap out the books. And we noticed that we had East Street School in Ludlow. There was an Eagle Scout project and a young man built 3 libraries in the school, or in town. So we're like, what a great idea. And you know what? Why don't we do one here? So we did. We have one at our Ludlow branch. We have one at our Wilbraham branch. We are also sponsoring one at St. John the Baptist School. And we're going to stock it with books. And it has been amazing. We have adult books. We have children's books. And we're registered on the National Registry. So we're seeing a lot of activity. And we almost have too many books. So we kind of swap them out a little bit. It's been great. Yeah.
Well, that's a great idea. And you just said something. We think of children first and foremost, but also there's adults who benefit from those libraries and being able to just swap out a book or pick up a book. So what a phenomenal idea. I love it.
We're excited. We love it.
Love all of the ideas. And I love the whole sense of community, because we're all becoming more aware of the importance of shopping local, doing business locally, and how it all comes full circle. Because at LUSO, you have folks who started off right out of high school with the credit union. You have families where their kids are now working at LUSO, supporting the community. So, there's local folks employed. They earn a salary. They spend their money locally. The community grows. Businesses grow. And it's a wonderful chain reaction. It just is a win-win for everybody. And I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about your employees, because recently I saw that one of your employees is celebrating or has celebrated 30 plus years.
Over 30 years, yeah.
With LUSO, and then your CEO as well. Again, it just all comes back to that staying local, giving back, putting families to work, and the community grows. When I worked for you, you started off on East Street, and you were all the way up at the other corridor, and you grew to the amazing facility that you now have, but you're still on East Street. You're still growing that corridor of town and helping to help it thrive. And now here in Wilbraham. So I think that's phenomenal, and I applaud you for that. But tell us a little bit more about your history and the employees with you.
So, yeah, we have a lot of tenure at LUSO. So that particular, Christina's one of a few people that have over 20 years of tenure there. And that's huge. You don't really see that anymore.
Exactly. That's what caught me. It was like, wow, to have employees with you for that length of time. We should applaud everybody. I wish we could. And hopefully eventually on the podcast, we'll get to applaud everyone. But
exactly. It's just, there's a commitment there. And, that shows in the level of member service that we provide our members. We know our members. We're able to sometimes catch fraud because we know that the voice on the phone is not our member because we know our members that well. And we really strive to provide that personalized service. And again, we offer everything that banks offer. We have lending, both personal and commercial lending. We offer a full array of account services, and our technology is state of the art. We offer all of the technology, the online banking, everything that basically everybody has. So there's really no reason not to come to LUSO.
There you go. I love the community piece. We could sit here and talk about it all day long.
Yes.
I love the subject. And I love what you're doing for the community, and thank you so very much for that. But if there's someone listening in on the podcast who wants to know more about LUSO, how maybe they could be employed at LUSO, or if they're looking for information on your banking products, how may they get in touch with you?
So they can always get in touch with me on LinkedIn, Ana Parrelli, but our website is lusofederal.com, and they can give us a call at 413-589-9966, and we have many staff just
waiting to take
help.
the call
Absolutely.
and talk to them.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for this conversation today. It was such a pleasure having you with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. And thank you to our audience for joining us today. If you'd like to be a guest, please visit our website at ERC5.com.